I was scrolling through Temu one particular night and came across this glorious product. This is a 3-ton car jack, and it's pneumatic. Jeez. So yes, I bought the Temu jack, and its build quality is subpar. It's about as good as you expect for a Temu jack, honestly. But the reason why I ended up getting a new jack was because the Harbor Freight jack that I had finally bit the dust. After several years of use. I've had that thing since I was like, what, 16? And I'm now 25, so I think I got my money's worth out of that jack. Now I did end up buying another Harbor Freight jack, and I am going to continue using Harbor Freight jacks because they're pretty nice. And they're pretty durable for the price too, but this thing is a little questionable. I mean, this is just a bag, an airbag that you fill up with compressed air and it holds the car up. It's got a rod inside of it, but I wouldn't call that sturdy. I love how slow it releases the air too, but I bet if it had weight on it, it would be much quicker. And by the way, if you hear an air leak, that's not the jack. That's the nipple that I screwed into it. I didn't bother to put pipe putty on it, or Teflon tape rather, to keep the air from leaking, because I didn't have any and I wasn't going to make a trip to go buy it. But one day I will put that on there. Let's disconnect this because this is kind of noisy. So yeah, the nipple I put on here is just the standard nipple you could buy at Harbor Freight, although I don't think this one came from Harbor Freight. I think this one came from Tractor Supply, because this is what it came with. What kind of connector is this? I've never seen this before until I got this jack. Now when I got this jack, I had to assemble it because the handles on it, the valve body, all right here, I had to put that all on it because it was not on it. It was separate in the box. And that's fine, but let me tell you, that little book that it came with, that sheet of paper it came with for the instructions, it could definitely use some proofreading. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at this real quick because it's interesting how they have this worded. This lifting jack is only used in the process of rising and falling and support of the cart. The cart? Don't you mean the car? Please use safety stands. This product can only be used for the skirt part of the car. The car is one word. In the skirt part, what? My God, I'm just cringing watching this again and editing. This is bad. How in the world can you type something up like this and send it out and be like, oh yeah, this is satisfactory. Everyone will understand. Nah, no one can understand this. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. If you were to put it on the skirt, which would technically be the rocker panel, you'd rip your rocker panel. You had to put it on the unibody construction or the frame, depending on what type of vehicle you have. Please use in relatively level, solid ground. Please place, that's not even spelt right, a triangular block under the car dependency wheel. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. At the end of this video, I will put stills of this document at the end, so if you want to read these and pause them and read them, you may do so and laugh all you want, because this is pretty bad. I'm not going to sit here and read this whole thing because it's not long. It's just I don't like reading. I'm not a fan of reading. Connect the windpipe. Yeah, here's the instructions, by the way, for assembling. This is where I had fun. Connect the windpipe to the valve body 1 and solid body 1 on the bottom of Dude, it's so bad. I can't even read it. It's so bad. So by the way, this side's got the instructions over here of installation, and it shows the parts and all that. I didn't even notice that until now. I'll be honest, I really didn't read it that closely because it was a pretty simple thing to assemble. It was just trying to read this was a nightmare. Connect the windpipe to the valve body 1 and the solid body 1 on the bottom plate with 2 screws. Okay, that's not terrible. Fix the 2 gongs. Okay, first of all, it doesn't even mention anything about a gong, so I don't know if it's referring to the gongs being the plates that meet with each other. I don't know. on both sides with the gong wire. Gong wire? I never even saw a wire in the package, so I don't know what it... Okay, this is where the fun part gets. And then it's got instructions on how to operate. To control the switch in the rod back, what? To insert the compressed air, oh my gosh, this is getting stupid. To insert the compressed air in the right gas nozzle and close the left switch. I mean, it kind of explains it, but... Okay, I guess that one's not as bad, but still. Weight must be supported by a set. A set is one word. Of jack stands rated at the proper occupancy before any work or inspection can be done on vehicle. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Do not exceed the rated capacity or loss of load may occur. Okay, yeah, that's not terrible. Always firmly apply parking brake. That's actually not that bad. All right, this one's the funny one. Always center the jack under the axle of a flat... What the frick? Reinforced? That's not even spelled right. Fram E supports. What the heck? Okay, that's bad. Important. Read these instructions carefully before using your jack. Proper use and care of jack will be helpful to assure your condition. What? Continuous? Safe? Trouble-free problem? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna get Hertz and sue Temu. They didn't clarify good enough for me. Not really, I'm just gonna pretend that it's all perfectly written because I don't want to get hurt. Yeah, after reading that, I crave death now. That was terrible. Oh my gosh. That was bad. I'm kidding about the craving death part. I don't actually crave death yet. Okay, that's enough of my nonsense of reading stuff and a bunch of other BS. Let's take this outside and test it on the car. Okay, candidate number one is right behind this door, and it's my daily driver. My 2018 Ford Fiesta. It is the lightest vehicle I own, and I don't think it's going to have any problems picking this up. Okay, this thing's not very light. It's not heavy, but it's not light. Not exactly pleasant to move. What sucks is it doesn't have wheels either. But it does seem like it's sitting on the ground pretty flush. And this is a slight hill, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. So... Okay. All right, let's see how this works. How well this actually works. Shut that valve, open this one. Oh wow, that's kind of scary. The wheels are off the ground. Not gonna lie, this thing's terrifying to be around. All right, let's get a closer look. Yeah, it's holding. It's slowly falling too, because it's there's a leak right here too. It's not just the nipple leaking, this leaks as well. But in a pinch, it will get the car off the ground. Ford Fiesta worked great. I don't want to overinflate this either. I actually like this thing. Yeah. All right, now to deflate. Smells like cheap rubber. And just like that, it works. After pulling the jack out of the car, I see that it has dug into this boot up here, whatever you call it, this foot, but other than that, it doesn't seem like it's in that bad a shape. So I guess let's move on. Now the truck actually having a frame on it, I'm going to put it right here on the frame. So yeah. All right, here goes nothing, I guess. Might help if I had that valve closed. There we go. Oh man. I think that's as high up as it'll go, but the wheel is off the ground. There you go. It does actually have a air leak right in here, so I gotta try to fix that hose. But yeah, pretty cool. My initial mistake with the truck when I was trying to lift it was I left the valve open over here, which is the release valve. Will it still lift it with the release valve open? Yeah, it's kind of going. No, it really can't. Now it's lifting it. So, what are my overall impressions of this thing? I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed with it. Unfortunately, I just wish it wasn't so cheaply made, because it feels like it's made out of very cheap steel. The build quality is subpar, but then again, you're just using this to lift up a vehicle. If you're going under the vehicle, regardless if it's this jack or a nice high quality jack, you should always use jack stands, and nice good quality jack stands. I bought plenty of Harbor Freight ones, and a lot of the Harbor Freight ones have actually been recalled throughout the years. And that's all I have right now is Harbor Freight jack stands, and even I'm thinking about getting nice, high quality jack stands, because when I was a young, dumb teenager, it didn't matter. But now that I'm older, it's like, I don't want to die. It's like my confidence went down the drain. Or my common sense kicked in. One of the two, maybe both. But I would definitely not, use this without a jack stand. No way. Because this thing is very poorly built, but it's pretty cool. I mean, lifts car up within seconds, basically. Because you could lift up a car pretty quick with a hydraulic jack, but you gotta stand there and pump it. Whereas this, all you gotta do is take your air hose and connect it to the jack, and then turn on the valve, make sure your release valve is shut, turn it on, you got yourself a lifted jack. But I would not want to trust this, because look at this. Let's see if I get it nice and sturdy in my hand. There's a lot of play. Yeah, there's actually a lot of play in this. Let me see if I can balance it on my knee. Okay, it's not wobbling as much as it was, but it did wobble a lot with the car. Oh, here we go. It did wobble a lot with the car on it. So, yeah, I would not trust my life with this. But other than that, it's pretty cool. So, I guess I can't complain too much about it. It's just a shame that the build quality is a little lacking. So, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And make sure you turn that bell on so that way you get next notifications whenever my other videos come out. Unfortunately, my video release schedules are very slow. I seem to release videos once every 2 weeks, because outside of here I have a life, like many people. But I thought at the very least I could do this for fun, even if I don't make a profit off of it, and that's perfectly fine by me, honestly. I'm actually pretty happy with what I'm doing right now. So, once again, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment. Tell me how much of a pity person I am for saying that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope the next one's better than this one, because I'll be honest, this was quite boring. Who wants to watch a dumb YouTube video on a car jack? I mean, my gosh, my ideas are lacking. Anyway, thanks for watching.